morning. Welcome to the Connectional America powered by the American Business Podcast. Today we are excited. This is a business networking event. It's exclusive, and today we have a group of professionals with us at the Connectional America powered by the American Business Podcast. We'll talk about different businesses. We'll also learn about insights of these professionals that we are invited. We have today. Before further ado, what I like to do is I like to get it started. Let's welcome our attendees today to the Connectional America's first episode. So let's welcome them one by one. All right, sounds good. So they're coming into the screen. Okay, perfect. So let's get this started. All right, sounds good. So in this first episode that we have with the Connectional America, what I like to do is I'm gonna start with general introductions of our attendees one at a time. So we have a lot to cover today, but we'll go one at a time. So let's start with the general introductions, and then we have some other subjects that we like to share, and also let our audience hear from the expertise of our attendees today. All right, sounds good. So who likes to go first? Phil, shall we start with you first?
You can start with me.
All right, sounds good. Okay, well, as a start, would you please tell our audience about yourself and about your company, what you do?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Phil Mortel from EKC Strategic Business Alliance. I'm the founder of the company. What my company does is provide cost reduction solutions for small to mid-sized businesses. Industries that we normally focus on are manufacturing, commercial real estate, food and beverage, hospitality, municipalities, things like that. So yeah, we focus on cost reductions, and we also focus on finding unrealized money, unrealized savings in certain forms, like tax benefits and other things like that. So plenty of services that we provide. We focus on energy in a ton of different ways. Like I mentioned, tax benefits, merchant processing, insurance, equipment management through American Workflows, and also some telecom audits, some data solutions, hiring, things of that nature. So essentially, I like to bring everything in to a company when I'm meeting with them. Kind of go down the line and see what we can do, see what areas we can improve on, and move from there.
Sounds great. So as for your services, are they national, regional? What would you say?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you, Kevin.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, a little better.
Okay, sounds good. So in terms of your services, are they national, regional? What would you say?
Yeah, no, national for sure. I'm located in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York area, so my focus is usually in that area, but we can be nationwide. So, and depending on the service, is also nationwide as well.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you very much, Phil. I appreciate it. Well,
Yeah, you're welcome.
yes, and stay with us. We have more subjects to cover together today,
Mhm.
so it'll be very informative. Mikhail, shall we continue with you? If that's okay, would you like to tell our audience about yourself and about your business for introduction?
Good morning, gentlemen, and good morning to you all that's currently watching. My name is Mikhail Williams. I'm basically a business funding specialist with Iconic Capital Network. We're basically a private network of over 70 lenders. So we basically provide unsecured working capital to small and medium businesses from 25,000 minimum to up to $5 million. We could provide that type of capital within 1 to 2 business days, depending on what type of loan product you're eligible for. If it's the rapid funding or merchant cash advance, that's where we would evaluate your income. If you've been making consistent income at least 25 grand for the last 6 months, if you've been an active business owner for the last 6 months or more, and of course, your credit score has to be a minimum 500 FICO score to be eligible. So I work with all 50 states. We're a nationally based company. I'm currently settled in the New York City area. I'm in New York City, but I work with businesses all across the country. I am not limited to just one region. I'm accessible to every state. So if you're looking for instant unsecured working capital, or if you know someone that is in need of that, I'm your guy.
Perfect. Mikhail, I know you are an avid networker. You join different professional events and networking activities. So you also have the QR code ready on the screen, which is great. So our audience
Yeah.
can scan and get access to your company information. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Mikhail. Also, please stay with us. We have a list of subjects that we're gonna, discuss together. So looking forward to hearing your insights. Thank you very much. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
John, would you please introduce yourself and your company? Happy Friday to you all, by the way. We just jumped to the subject, right? Well, we are all networking oriented today, right? So I just cut to the chase, cut to the networking event. But happy Friday to you all. And John, please take it away.
Good morning, everyone, and everyone listening to us. My name is John Feridun. I'm the owner of the Proofmeister Quality Consulting, and we are a consulting company in for automotive industry in IATF certified companies or just want to be IATF certified, as well as lower tier and other manufacturing industries for ISO 9001 certified or wants to be certified. And we provide our customers from a single segment solution up to a whole complete system overhaul, not just for the documentation, but also for continuous improvement, cost reductions, trainings, and all the other aspects of a solid quality management system. I'm located in Columbus, Indiana, and our primary reach is Indiana and the surrounding states. But if the customer reaches out from a further region, either us directly or with our other connections that we built the network with other consultants, we try to provide the best service for our customers.
Yes, thank you very much. And I know you are very active in automotive industry, and your compliance knowledge in automotive industry is very precious for the market. So I'm glad that you also have your contact information on the screen. But during this episode, I'll ask you also specifically to share your contact information as well. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, Kevin. Thanks for inviting me to
Of course,
this.
my pleasure. Thanks for being with us.
My name is David DeSenza. My company is DeSenza Business Continuity Solutions. I work with small to mid-sized businesses across all industries to help them identify the threats that would disrupt their normal operations. And then together we work to build a plan that they can implement when a disruptive event occurs so they can get back to business as usual as quickly as possible. I'm based here in the New York area, but my reach is national.
That's great. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. Alex, good morning.
Yes, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Kevin, for inviting me to join this panel. What I do is have a consulting company focusing on quality management and also ISO certification. My background is I worked as a program manager in the aviation business for the last 25 years. I worked for a company here on Long Island. I retired 10 years ago and then formed my business. And what I focus on is really to help small to mid-sized companies achieve either ISO 9001 certification or AS 9100, which is the avionics and aerospace quality management system. So basically, it's once you achieve certification, you have to maintain it. Okay, and what it is that yearly you have to do a surveillance audit with the registrar, And what I do also is I do the internal audit, because some of the smaller companies cannot afford to do their own internal audit. So I also perform those functions. And with my background in the aerospace business, it gives me a lot of experience in dealing with setting up a quality management system and meet all the requirements to achieve ISO certification. And I've been very successful because all of the companies that I supported to get the ISO certification, they were able to get that on the first attempt without to actually do the audit. So and I hope to continue. And like I said, I am based on Long Island, and I can support any businesses in the New York metropolitan area.
Yes, your expertise also in aerospace is also very exciting and also very helpful for other organizations in the industry. So one of the good things about this, and thank you very much, Alex, much appreciated. One of the interesting part of these event, the Connection America, is not only you can connect to each other, also our audience can also learn about your business as well. So that's really exciting. Well, okay. Well, let's talk about your businesses and your service a little further, if that's okay, in this Connection America episode of the American Business Podcast. So the next one that I like to discuss is, can you tell us why your company, why other companies should choose? Okay, let's do this. All right. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me well?
Can you increase your volume a little bit?
Okay. So let's see. All right. I think I can.
How is it now?
Yes, much better.
All right.
Much better.
That's
Yes.
good. All right. Very good. Thank you so much for the heads up. All right. So, yeah, we thought, after the introductions of your organizations and yourself, so let's talk about your services and your company a little bit further. So why should other organizations should choose your your services and company? What makes you different, and how do you differentiate yourself in the marketplace for our audience to know and understand your position, and if that's okay. So let's start with Phil, if that's okay. Let's have these in a row, if that's all right, Phil.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I'm partnered with many different organizations to provide my services for their clients, and the way I come in there and kind of, I guess, sell myself to them is that I'm helping their clients create cash flow and for their business. Like I mentioned, find unrealized money that usually helps them expand, grow, or afford services in other areas. For example, I'm partnered with several different manufacturing organizations who provide their own services to their clients, and sometimes the kickback that they usually receive is, oh, well, we can't afford it, or we don't have the cash for it right now. So what they come back with is, okay, well, talk to Phil, and he'll be able to find you that money to afford these services. So it's kind of a win-win-win for everybody. I try to provide value in that space to them. I try to make my organizations and my partnerships look good, and be able to provide these extra services kind of as a extra ammo in their artillery, kind of moving forward. So that's that's how I approach certain partnerships with certain organizations like that.
Thank you very much, Phil. Mikhail, how about you, sir? So I know you offer a great special service for different businesses. So if you can just dive deeper a little bit, what makes you different, and why other companies, business owners should work with you, that'd be great.
Well, for starters, in our space, the alternative lending space, other companies that are in the country that provide the same services, they don't have a myriad of options that we at Iconic Capital Network provide. We have over 20 loan products. So it's like me, if I walk into a restaurant, I'm looking at a menu and I'm looking for a particular choice, a particular option. Whereas you go into other restaurants and there's only one or two options. A lot of people ain't going to really be attracted to that. They're going to gravitate towards the restaurant that provides the quality and the service and the options. So we provide over 20 loan products. We provide business lines of credit. We provide syndicated lines of credit. We provide luxury loans. We provide equipment finance. We provide warehouse loans. We provide loans for hospitality, like hotels. We provide nonprofit funding. We provide term loans, accounts receivable financing. We provide invoice factoring, commercial loans, private and venture funding, reverse consolidation loans. It's so many of them. I don't know them all by heart. I have to look at a list. And then also with a business, let's say in the local tri-state area, let's say you are in need of quick capital. You would think, okay, I need to go to the bank and I need to apply for a loan. Even if you have the prerequisites for the banker to send in your application, it could take a few weeks, if you're lucky, to a couple of months to get the results back. Whereas with us, you would get a decision within a day, or that same day, or within 3 business days tops. And we can provide you up to $5 million in unsecured working capital. That is if you are eligible to receive that capital. So that separates us from, let's say, the banks. And I work with some bankers, some bank managers. I say to them, consider me as a second option or as a second look. You have a client, they've been loyal to you, they've had a business account with you for at least 20 years, and then they come in and you realize that they don't have all the prerequisites. Well, instead of literally denying them, you can just say, hey, I can refer you to this option, to this individual. He can give you a rundown of what you would need to get this capital. And our prerequisites are not as stringent as the banks. We have over a 90% approval rate. So we will most likely approve a lot of business owners that come in as long as they have the minimum requirements. So that separates us from other competitors in our space. We have more options and we are more lenient with applications. A few times we would have to decline some applicants because they're, let's say when you evaluate their business bank account for the last 4, 5, 6 months, sure, they're making the minimum in the account, but what is the end balance? They might have made $50,000 in 1 month, but majority of that is going to overhead, is going to paying employees, is going to other things, and then you're left with only $1,000. How are you able to take out a $500,000 loan and you don't have any means left over to even reimburse us in the timely fashion? But for the most part, we approve a lot of the applicants that we send on in to the company. So
yes, speed is the name of the game, right? That's how it looks like. So processing applications, getting results as quick as possible is in the favor of the business owner.
Right.
That's for sure. Okay, sounds great. Thank you, Mikhail. I appreciate it for these insights.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's great. Can you guys hear me well, by the way, just to make sure?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Clear.
All right. All right, sounds good. Okay, great. Well, John, let's continue with you. Can you tell more about your business? What makes you different in the marketplace in terms of your services, your company?
Now, first of all, I actually switched to quality management after almost 20 years of production management. So when I talk to my customers that has a stronger focus on production output, I can understand their concerns and direct them through the correct channels to the target they want to achieve. So we can talk the same language. It's not like this is what the quality requirement is and that's what you need to do. It's not that simple when we communicate with our customers. And on the other hand, we provide a holistic approach to their requirements, to their needs. We have multiple softwares that we are suggesting our customers to use for data collection or data management, data analysis, as well as documentation and management. which will make their job much easier. And so they can really have time to focus on their actual cost reduction on the production base and process flow based uh, cost reduction projects. So we give them a turnkey system. Since everything's on the cloud, they can just start using it with a short training, and by default they will start saving money just because they start using those softwares, which makes everybody's job easier, right? I mean, these days, who's going to the bank to pay a bill? Everybody's paying it from from the app on the phone. So when they start working with us, they default start saving money, and on top of that, with the trainings, with providing them the correct tools, and with providing the management with the mind shift that they require, mindset shift that they require to adapt to today's expectations. Because most of our clients, small and mid-sized businesses, they are doing this for the last 30, 40 years. And after doing something in a certain way for such a long time, it's not so easy to completely switch to a different era, different mindset. So this is also what we provide for them. We make them catch today, because today, if you don't change, you fall behind. And that's what we are emphasizing with our services with them.
John, thank you very much for these insights. Much appreciated. Okay, let's continue with David. David, if you can tell us a little bit more about your organization, your services, what makes your organization and services different in the marketplace, you will say.
Sure. There are two reasons why a company would want to choose me. The first is experience. I've been doing this since 2009. I started with when I was at American Express in the risk management organization. I designed the business continuity plan that got them through Superstorm Sandy when we lost our world headquarters in Lower Manhattan for 4 months. And we continued to operate without any noticeable impact on our clients. And that's what you want in a plan. You want your clients never to know that you've been disrupted. The second thing that differentiates me is, quite frankly, cost. There are a lot of large organizations, KPMG, E&Y, IBM, that offer these services to client companies. Frankly, they are far more expensive than most small to mid-sized companies can afford. Despite the lovely background that you see behind me, that's computer generated. Those are not my offices. I work out of my home, and my overhead is considerably less than other consulting firms. So I'm able to offer these services to clients at a good price point.
Thank you, David, for these insights. Much appreciated. Alex, if you can tell us more about your business, what makes your organization and services different in the marketplace, you will say.
Sure, Kevin. Well, like I said, I formed my consulting company, after I retired from a large aerospace company. And what I provide, I think, number one, I'm the sole employee in my company. So I do all the work myself. And my goal is to maintain personal contact with my clients. In other words, generally, when a company wants to become ISO certified, usually it comes from top management or the owners of the company. And sometimes there's a lot of resistance from the employees because, they're scared. They have, obviously, any company has some sort of a quality management system, but now you're imposing on them an ISO structure, which may add some additional features of their quality management. So they really have a resentment to that. So with my background, and like I said, I've been working in the AS 9100 environment, which is the aerospace environment, for probably over 30 years. So I know exactly what it takes, not only to meet the minimal requirements, but also to make sure that the employees uh, get involved in this, okay, that they accept what needs to get done. So part of my effort in working with the people that will be involved in the ISO certification process is to make them understand what it takes to they have to accept that, okay, not as like it's mandated, but that it will help them. It will help them to improve the bottom line. It will make them more organized, and in general, I think there'll be more satisfaction, not only from the internal staff, but also from their customers. So the first goal of quality management is to satisfy your customers. So if you're better organized, if you maintain a better process of dealing with your customers, there's obviously a big advantage. So as a result, and it takes a while to kind of convince them how this new process or enhanced process will help them, and at the end, they see the results. And when the actual audit is performed, they do very well, because they really now believe that this new or enhanced quality management system is a benefit to everybody. So I think it's very satisfying to see how the organization, starting from having a lot of resistance to this, to really embracing it, and then of course passing all of the required audits.
Thank you, Alex. Well, so let's discuss about what is coming up, the biggest disruptors, right? So what do you see as the biggest disruptors coming to your industry, and how your organization is being prepared for these for what is coming? Phil, should we start with you?
Yeah, of course. So the way I look at disruption, I like disruption because I like to have all the options that we provide in battling those disruptions. But certain disruptions, obviously, market volatility when it comes to energy and things of that nature. Obviously, we like to stay ahead of the game when it comes to certain services that we provide in that sector, and in anything else. So, I mean, I think moving forward, any kind of disruption is a good thing for us, because we can, we have the solutions to provide to our clients that will battle those, kind of moving forward. So, besides energy, obviously there's other tax benefits and things like that that have effect on some of our products, but in a good way. And we can use those to help clients moving forward to, like I mentioned, create cash flow and save some unrealized money to help the business grow and expand.
Yes, I know you are also very active in manufacturing industry, right? So different disruptors are coming into manufacturing as well.
Mm-hmm. All the time. So they need they need the solutions to kind of stay ahead of the game and adapt, and that's what we like to provide in several different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Phil, for the insights. I appreciate it. Mikhail, should we continue with you? What type of the biggest disruptors are coming into your industry, and how are you positioning your company for that?
So to be honest with you, a lot of people, as far as my space, the alternative lending space, like not a lot of businesses throughout the country are aware of like companies like ours throughout the country. I think probably no more than 5 to 6% of businesses out there are aware of us as an option. So my goal, honestly, the people that I'm partnered with, is to promote our business, to put it out there, promote it, propagate it throughout the country to different industries, so to let them know, hey, there is an alternative option. If the banks are not willing to work with you, we can work with you as long as you have the minimum prerequisites. And to be honest with you, unless, let's say, the state government passes a bill that prevents a company like mine to provide capital to the businesses in that state. Let's say in New York City, they pass a law that, hey, alternative lending companies can't provide capital to these businesses. We're always going to be there, because you're going to have businesses that are in need of capital at a moment's notice, especially if the banks aren't softening their stance on who can get approved for capital and how long it'll get, how long the process will take before that person is eligible for capital. Like I stated before, it could take up to 2-3 months before you get a decision. With us, we give you a decision within a day or two. If you are eligible, you're going to get that right away within a moment's notice. It's just that a lot of businesses are not privy to those details, and they're not aware of companies like ours. So I personally think we just need to promote our businesses, like my business and other type of businesses like mine, like more consistently, so people can know. I honestly don't know of any disruptors unless they pass a law in the particular state that would prevent us from providing capital to businesses. So that's my honest answer.
Love it. Honesty is the best. Thank you, Mikhail.
I'm
And also
honest.
appreciate it. So also, just for our audience to understand your services. So in terms of industries or verticals that you are working with, are there any specific industries that you focus on, or you will say you are agnostic? How would you define it?
So, oh, you're speaking to me. All right. So
Yes. Thank you.
so basically we work with medical, healthcare, hospitality. We work with wholesale distributors, retail, business consulting companies. We work with mom and pop businesses as well, hence SMB, small and medium businesses. We work with construction. We work with landscaping. We work with HVAC. We work with blue collar businesses, because of course they're not as big as the white collar corporation. So they might be in need of capital for equipment. So we can provide that. They need that in a moment's notice. We work with them frequently. So I more so work with small and medium businesses. So
that's a great insight.
So to be honest with you, we work with a myriad of industries. We work with myriad types of businesses across many industries. We're not, how can I say, we don't discriminate. So as long as you have the requirements, the prerequisites, you're willing to get capital, we're willing to work with you. So
sounds great. Thank you, Mikhail, for the insights. Let's invite Jan to our virtual stage. Jan, would you please tell us more about your company, your services, and what makes you different in the market?
Now, there are obviously lots of consulting companies out there in every field, in every type of service for every kind of industry. First of all, my background is started with production management, and then I switched to quality. I think we answered this question, but I can totally go over it again.
Yeah, and also the disruptors. Yeah, we were also talking about the disruptors. So what do you see as the biggest disruptor coming to your industry as well, as a follow-up?
Okay, so coming from production, switching to quality, again, I see both sides of the coin, so I can speak the same language with the production focused customers. And the challenge there is, I would say, to make them truly understand that the quality management system is actually what is elevating their production management system. It's not two different worlds. It's not two separate things. They work together. They help each other. And quality management system is always the top umbrella of production management systems, because if you're IATF certified, that tells you certain tools that you need to use. You need to follow certain parameters and analyze those data and act accordingly to that data. What we are providing mostly is how to do that in the most efficient way, and how to do that in the most cheapest way and most time saving way, so they have more time to do other cost reduction and process improvement projects. Any business disruptors here? I would say one of the biggest problems we have is to trigger the change. That's not always the easiest to do with the let's check a few boxes mentality. If the customer is solely focusing on the minimum requirements that they have to comply with, it's not always easy to show them and change them towards a mindset where they're, if you really commit from a management point of view to the requirements of the quality management systems, you will actually save more money. You will see a bigger impact on the bottom line. But the challenge there is the initial setup costs and investments into that, with the trainings, with the softwares and etc. It's not always appealing for the customer. So triggering that change, even it's very minimally back in the compared to the older days, because now everything is subscription based. You don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars that you need to build a server room. Everything's on cloud. You need to buy a license of that software. I mean, even today, you don't buy Xbox games anymore. They are also subscription based as well. Even that's much more affordable today compared to 10, 20 years ago. There will be still a resistance. And people like to see more active bees on the floor, let's say, engineers with paperwork on their hand, with a clipboard, taking notes, looking around. That's what they're used to do. That's how they started to their careers, and that's what they want to see right now on the floor. What we tell them is, you don't need to utilize people's time just for such simple tasks. There is a software now doing that for you. And when we create the correct structure that saves all that time, now those people are free and they can really do what their expertise is on the floor. To change towards this mindset is biggest challenges that we have. And on the other hand, sometimes consultants are perceived as somebody's coming in and telling us what to do. I'm doing this for the last 30 years. I brought this company into this point. I don't need anybody to tell me how I need to manage my company. That's another challenge that we have, the perception of consultant, the understanding of consultant. I'm sure the other participants here have the same challenge as well. So in a individual level, why is this guy telling me what to do? And in the management level, we are already making profit, which is good for us. Let's see if we are going to need to change anything around here when we start not making any profit anymore. So that thank you, but we'll see you in the future approach. I don't want to change anything around here approach is one of our challenges, major challenges that we have.
Thank you, John. David, what would you say are the biggest disruptors in your industry coming, you'll say?
Well, like Philip, I like disruption. Disruption is good for my business. Ever since COVID, I've been busy. The large corporations understand the idea of having a resilient business. The problem is that a lot of the companies that were in their supply chain didn't, and they got disrupted. And so they are now making this a requirement of their supply chain partners to have business continuity plans in place and to exercise them to make certain that they can recover. But as for what would disrupt my business, there are certain industries that require having a business continuity plan in place. Financial services, for example, I worked for American Express. They are required to have a business continuity plan. Banks and credit unions, for example, are required. As we all know, there is an anti-regulatory sentiment in Washington. And if they extend that out into the financial services area and a few other industries, that could impact my business. But again, like Alex, I'm a one-person operation. And there are a lot of small companies out there that are in other people's supply chains, and there is still plenty of business out there. So I don't see too much that is really going to disrupt my business in the foreseeable future.
Thank you, David. Yes, business continuity is critical for any organization to make sure no matter what happens, the organization, the operations really continue. And it's really important that what you do. And thanks for sharing your insights. Alex, what do you see coming up as the biggest disruptors to your industry?
Well, I can give you a couple of disruptors, but I had one very severe disruptor, which almost forced me to shut down my company, was COVID, because most of my work is really, I personally get involved. So I obviously have to visit the organization and see how they operate and meet the people and so on. And obviously, COVID just about stopped this process. So I had to really kind of twiddle my thumbs for a while. And then, of course, this picked up again once COVID got behind us. But even in the normal environment that we're in right now, I see two disruptors. Number one is getting the financial support for this, because obviously it's an investment. It's not only a one-time investment to get the certification, but every year, as I mentioned, you have to do a surveillance audit. So it's really consists of two parts. One is do an internal audit before the surveillance audit, and then you have to invite again the auditor to come in and redo the certification. So it's a yearly process, and obviously it's a recurring cost. So sometimes there are sources to fund the initial certification, but it's sometimes the funds are competitive and it's not easily available. So that's one disruptor. The other disruptor is the actual management that required the certification. They become sometimes a disruptor, because not knowing what it takes to get certified, they think that like the consultant comes in with a magic wand, does his thing, and then you're ready for certification. No, it involves a considerable investment of time of their staff, okay, or at least the senior level of the staff to be involved and understand what this whole quality management process is. And obviously that competes with their normal work. So now sometimes the management, they're forced to get certification because one of their customers or potential customer could require you to be a ISO certified. So they said, oh, damn, I gotta get this done because I want to get this customer, but they don't appreciate what it takes to get that certification. So that's a disruptor, and I have to really convince the top management that it's not only it would involve their people in this effort, but it would involve them personally, because when the auditor comes, the first group of people that he talks to is top management, and unless the auditor is convinced that top management knows how to enforce the ISO process, they're not going to get certified. So that's sometimes a challenge, is to convince management to be involved.
Yeah, these are great points, Alex. Thank you so much for these insights. Well, I like to shift our conversation towards AI a little bit. So all of us, we all use AI in some form in our businesses. And I was actually in fact in a conference earlier this week, and the conversation was all about AI, and it's here to stay, and we are already utilizing in some form in our business activities as well as our individual activities. So my question to you would be, in your view, how AI continue impacting businesses moving forward? And the second question, a follow-up question, will be, will AI replace jobs, you think? Mikhail, shall we start with you?
I think it would replace some industries. It depends on what it is. Now, if you're asking me how could it affect my business, I think it would be an advantage. It would help, let's say you're marketing the products that we have, let's say the loan products. If we're doing automation, let's say we're reaching out to businesses via telephonically. We use AI in that way. If I have a landing page, a website, we can generate, let's say, the voices to communicate with the clients that, they access our site. I think it'll be an advantage for us. It can help, my company that I'm with. I think it can take over different industries depending on what it is. It's a few. I'm trying to think about a few, but I do think it would take over some jobs. There's some cars here in New York City that with Uber, they're doing self-driving. They're thinking about eliminating some of the independent contractors and just implement self-driving with AI. So I don't know.
Yeah, these are really exciting, developments nowadays. Absolutely. Yeah, Mikhail, thank you very much for your insights. Oh, by the way, would you think AI will replace your industry? Will affect how it's going to affect your industry? You will say, like from the finance point of view, you think you'll say?
I don't think it'll
Not
affect us in a
replacing jobs,
negative
but in
way.
terms of maybe like processing processes or applications or things like that. Would you see any
I think
assistance?
it would help. I think it would help because it will expedite the process of submitting in applications and locating the clients. But I think we still have to, like me, I still would have to go out there and be a liaison between the lenders and the business owners. I still have to go out there and market. I still have to pitch to business owners. That's my estimation.
So the
So I think
human
it will be an
touch.
advantage.
Yes, the human touch, the human connection, right? That's critical. Absolutely. Thank you, Mikhail, for these insights.
Yeah.
Phil, what do you think about AI? How is it going to be? How is going to continue impacting businesses? And will AI replace jobs, you think?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Kevin, right? It's here. It's not going anywhere, right? So the key for businesses is to adapt to it. Will it be cheaper for AI to replace some jobs? Yeah, of course. But like you said, there has to be a human touch element, right? You're going to have, especially in manufacturing, right? You're going to have some AI additions. Granted, your services you provide, actually I have some some AI involved with it as well. But you have your seasoned vets, right, of guys that have been involved in manufacturing or on the floor for 30, 40 years, whatever it might be, that can, walk by a piece of equipment or machinery and say, and just walk by and listen and be like, actually, that's, something's wrong with that, with that piece of machinery, that's something that maybe, computer wouldn't be able to tell right away, right? So there's different adaptations that I think businesses need to make moving forward. As far as my business is concerned, with AI obviously helps in searching for for certain organizations, certain businesses, certain partners that that I can help and that I can partner with, and it can also turn a very stern email into, make it a nicer one, kind of, sending it out to certain, certain clients or prospective clients or things like that. But I think that as far as replacing jobs is concerned, yeah, of course, it's going to replace jobs. It's going to be cheaper for businesses to adapt to AI and to take AI on, and it's going to be, cheaper rather than paying someone to do certain jobs. You see it already, and like Mikhail said, with Uber, like anything else, it's definitely going to replace jobs moving forward. And I think people just need to adapt to that and maybe take on some more classes or knowledge with AI to learn how how to utilize it. And I think that can obviously benefit anybody that can possibly be replaced by AI moving forward.
Thank you, Phil, for your insights. Yeah, this is definitely a popular subject in business community, and I'm glad that I also got your insights on this. That's great. Thank you.
We'll continue to be, for sure.
To be continued. Yeah, that's for sure. Yes, thank you, Phil. John, shall we continue with you in terms of AI? What do you think? How it's going to be continue affecting businesses, as well as will AI replace jobs, you think?
Now, to be honest, my approach to my customers is based on softwares and machines replacing humans, because human error is one of the biggest contributors for unexpected or unplanned costs that needs to be reduced. And especially the machine learning side of AI should replace as much as human jobs as it can be. That's the model I'm suggesting to my customers. When it comes to human touch, the gut feeling, intuition, something tells me, actually those are all cognitive biases that us humans have and the softwares do not. Therefore, I'm pretty much pro even that AI softwares and machines replacing humans, at least on the production floor, by means of doing the job and the data collection, etc. If you collect the data straight from the machine, you eliminate the risk of mistyping, fat fingering if you're directly typing that, or reading the handwriting wrong and then typing it wrong, and then with the wrong data you come to a wrong conclusion. But on the other hand, AI is still a software that is being managed by humans. It's written by humans. It's not in a level where completely gets rid of people. I think I gave this example in a previous podcast. If I say to AI, is Kevin a good person? The AI will reply to me, yes, Kevin is a good person. And if I ask, why is Kevin a bad person? It will give me an explanation for why Kevin is a bad person. So while we use and utilize this AI, we need to get rid of the same cognitive human bias or same human cognitive biases while directing them, while expecting something from it. So should it be, is it going to replace jobs? Yes, it will. and I'm very much pro that. And that's one of the pillars of my business and customer approach that I'm presenting them. On the other hand, is it gonna be a future where we don't work at all and everything's done by computers and AI? No, it's not. That's Hollywood stuff. We are not there. Maybe in 20, 30 years, who knows? But no, it's still not there.
I appreciate it. Thank you, John, for these insights. Especially, you are also very close to manufacturing industry. Having your manufacturing background, getting these insights are very, very important from you. Any special notes about manufacturing industry you will say about AI or AI's effect you will share?
Like I said, right now, it's from my point of view, it's the best way to do data collection and data analysis, because instead of writing everything on a paper and then typing everything into Excel and then trying to analyze that data, today there are softwares, AI backed up softwares that they automatically collect that data and give you the dashboard. So you can see you can at least predict on that data what's going to happen in the future. From that point of view, I am very pro AI and AI-driven softwares. My eyesight will go bad, but AI software will not have that problem. So I can measure 3.355 where it's 3.350. So I can say it's within tolerance while it's not within tolerance. As a human, more I get older, yes, I get more experience using that tool, but I get older, my body functions will deteriorate with time. That does not happen with AI or any software that I'm utilizing on the floor, on the production floor. So from that point of view, minimizing or eliminating the human error, I believe that should be there. And this is what I'm suggesting to my customers.
I appreciate it. Thank you, John. How about you, David? What do you think about AI and its effect, its impact on businesses?
Let me read you something here. This caught my attention recently. This is from National Public Radio, how an AI-generated summer reading list got published in major newspapers. That's the headline. Some papers around the country, including the Chicago Sun-Times and at least one edition of the Philadelphia Inquirer, have published a syndicated summer book list that includes made-up books by famous authors. Chilean American novelist Isabel Allende never wrote a book called Tidewater Dreams, described in the summer reading list for 2025 as the author's first climate fiction novel. This was an AI-generated reading list. I remember a sign that was in the computer center of my alma mater, Boston College, that read, "Computers are fast, efficient, and stupid. People are slow, sloppy, and brilliant." AI is a computer program. And, essentially it goes out and it scours the internet for stuff and using algorithms puts together stuff in a semi-creative way. We're a long way from anything that even begins to resemble a HAL 9000 system. And for those of you who are too young to remember HAL 9000, go check out the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. In my own industry, I use AI. It helps me generate tabletop exercises. It does it a lot faster than I could. Putting in something that we call injects. These are, if you will, curveballs that we throw at the people who are in the exercise to see how they will react and if the plan will help them recover. Can it replace what I do? Well, actually, don't tell anybody, but yeah. You can go onto ChatGPT and put in, you can describe your business and say, give me a business continuity plan. And it'll come out with something for you that'll be very general in nature. I know this because I've gone and done it to see what it would produce. What it lacks is the insight that I and others like me bring to the table because of our experience. So long term, maybe 10, 20 years from now, it's hard to say. Maybe it will replace what I do. I don't think so, but I'll be retired by then, and I won't really care. Will it replace jobs in other industries? I'm not in a position to say.
Got it. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. Thank you for the insights. Alex, what do you think about AI?
Well,
and
it's an
its impact? Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, its
Well,
impact, and will it ever replace jobs in masses, you think?
Well, I think the first question is, will it replace me? I'm probably the oldest guy here in the group, so the answer is no, not in my lifetime. Okay, but dealing with ISO certification, this is a process. All right. Now, to say that, what do you really mean by AI? In this field, AI is really the support software that's available to help you manage ISO. Because the first thing that ISO requires is you have to deal with tremendous amount of data. Okay, you have to collect the data, you have to analyze the data, and because you have to make decisions. For part of ISO is continuous improvement, so you have to make decisions on what's the low-hanging fruit to make improvements on, because you can't improve everything at once. Okay, it's not feasible. So this really involves, I think, human interaction. Now, yes, in the future it's possible. So I think when the time comes when you would not need heads of organizations, because it will be some intelligent robot that's going to make the decision. That's different. But I think we're not. This is not around the corner. So bottom line is, there are a lot of tools that support quality management systems, software tools. All right, and what it does, at least it consolidates all the information in one place, because you can still get ISO certified if some of your data or all of your data is stored in file cabinets. All right, but just imagine how difficult it would be to conduct an audit where now you have to run, especially if it's a mid-sized company and it's scattered all over the let's say the building, and show the auditor by going through the file cabinet. It's very tedious and very inefficient. By consolidating all of your data that's required to support an audit on a software-based tool, then number one, it improves the internal organization. But number two, I think very important, is that certainly the surveillance audits could be done virtually, because if you can get access to all the data that's stored on the tool to the auditor, who could be 1,000 miles away, I mean, that certainly helps the whole process, and it shows that you're organized. And what the auditor is looking for is that you can readily provide the data, because in my own experience, there was one time where the auditor came and the data was scattered in different file cabinets, and the auditor was so unhappy that he threatened to pull the certification if this issue was not resolved within 30 days. Okay, so this is obviously where software tools are extremely important and helpful to get and maintain ISO certification.
Thank you, Alex. Much appreciated. It's always exciting to get your insights. All right, sounds good. So we are into the last 10 minutes before we end our first Connectional America exclusive networking event. So I have one question for you, and then I'm going to ask your reach out information before ending the episode. So if you can, share your brief insights, that'd be great. So my question is, in next 6 months, what are your preparations to offer better service to your customers? If you can share, briefly, that'd be great, so that we can stay within the planned time frame for the Connection America. Mikhail, shall we start with you?
Well, my plan is to have more of a presence on social media. I've been getting my business as far as getting clients via word of mouth, doing networking events, going to conventions, stuff like that, or personal, friends that have business owners as friends. They reach out to me and say, hey, I hear that you provide unsecured working capital. I want to have much more of a presence on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, those platforms where I could reach out to a wider audience throughout the country. So that's my goal.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mikhail. Much appreciated. David, shall we continue with you? What are your plans for next 6 months to offer better service to your clients?
Well, despite what I said about AI, I do want to learn more about it because I do see its utility in, as I said, creating tabletop exercises for my clients, and helping me provide a faster service to my clients. Like Mikhail, I'd like more business. What has worked in the past is a presence on LinkedIn and having a website which proves my legitimacy as a business, and I will continue to do that.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. John, if you may share some insights from your side for the next 6 months, what are your preparations? What are you planning to do for offering better service to your clientele?
I just started with the Proofmeister Institute. It's going to be a online training portal. The classroom trainings will be transferred on a virtual platform, which takes away the stress of sitting in a class in a confined space and listening to some person telling you what to say or what to do. It will be on your free time, on your whatever time you want to choose, and in your own convenience, in your own comfort zone. Probably that will be finished until the end of the year to be fully in service.
Thank you, John. Phil, shall we continue with you, if that's okay? What are your plans?
For
next? Yes, sounds good. Hey, what are your plans for next 6 months to offer better service to your clientele?
Yeah, like the other guys mentioned, just trying to be present and get in front of people and make them aware of certain things. Just for example, I know this is going to affect about a dozen or so states in the next month or two. But as far as the energy sector is concerned, there's going to be a rise in the capacity charge, I believe, to a rise about 900%. Now you look at it and say, 900%, that's a crazy number, but it's only going to affect, I don't want to say only, but it's going to affect the entire bill by about 25 to 30%. So to try and get ahead of the curve here is to possibly work with us to provide energy solutions that can battle those sorts of things, because you never know in each business, each industry, what's going to happen the next month. There could be, things like that can impact their business, greatly, as far as some of the costs are concerned. So, my job is to make businesses and make our clients and our prospective clients aware of those certain situations, and, hopefully provide the solutions to battle all them moving forward.
Thank you, Phil. How about you, Alex?
Well, as I mentioned, I've been retired from, my regular job. So I'm really doing this for personal satisfaction because after retirement, I kind of felt lost and I had to do something useful, and I'm really enjoying the work. So at the level that I have satisfies me. Obviously, I can expand my exposure through social media. But again, if and I think there's a lot of potential in this business. But again, if you now have to grow your business, then you have to hire people, and then it creates additional problems. So at this point, I'm really enjoying it. I don't have the headaches of really trying to grow the business. So currently, I'm really satisfied with the level of business that I have.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, let's come to the last part of our Connection America networking event. So, if so, this recording will stay on YouTube as well as on LinkedIn. As you know, on YouTube we have more than 26,000 subscribers. So, in case our audience would like to reach out to you, what is the best way that they can reach out to you? If you can share your contact information, that'd be great. Mikhail, shall we start with you? Mikhail, I cannot hear you. Hold on 1 second.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So first off, I'm going to put my business information in the private chat for all the gentlemen that attended. But for the audience, as you see my link QR code. That is my virtual contact information. You'll have access to my work phone, my office number. You'll have access to my work cell number. You'll have access to the website, the landing page, iconiccapitalnetwork.com. Everything is there. If anyone's watching, they can scan it, or if they're rewatching it on any social media platform, just scan it. You'll
I
have
just tried
access.
it. Looks great.
Yeah, so, it's still a work in progress. I'm currently tinkering with the landing page, but for now, the website is there. Just click on it, and there's the documents of the rundown on the prerequisites of if you are a business owner and you want capital. Just look at that, see if you tick off the boxes, and then you can reach out to me. My mobile number is there, but if anyone doesn't have the luxury to do that, you can contact me at 929-930-2085, and then my cell, that's my work cell, and then my work office number, you can reach out to me 347-477-1429. My email is mwilliams, I as in igloo, C as in Charlie, N as in Nancy, @gmail.com.
Mikhail, thank you very much. This is great. I appreciate it.
Just sent it in the personal chat, so it's there information.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that looks good. So so let's do this. What I'll do is also I'll do this. I don't think that's like this. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see if it's gonna work out. Okay. So let's show this. Okay. How does it look?
Looks good. If you want to, you can show the number as well, if that's possible.
So what I'll do is, all of our attendees today, if you can put your email address in the chat box, I'll just bring it to the screen when you are talking as well. So I'll just support your contact information sharing process. All right, sounds good. Mikhail, thank you very much.
You have a good one, gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for attending. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Phil, how about you? Would you like to share your contact information with our audience?
Yeah, of course. So it's my email address is Phil, PHIL, at EKCSBA.com. That is also my website, EKCSBA.com. Just to let everyone know, thanks, Kevin, obviously, for for having me. And, just to let everybody know out there, we're always looking for referral partners, just in case your clients, could benefit from our services. Our cost or our analysis is cost free. We always look into the business for zero cost, and then any of the services sometimes are cost free as well, or contingency based on what we find. So really no risk is to talking with me and seeing what we can do. But I appreciate the time again, Kevin, and everyone here for what they did. Well done.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. All right. So okay, John, are you here? All right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Let's put your contact information as well on the screen. Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure. Thank you very much, Kevin, for having me here, and all of us. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for attending, and thank you very much, everyone who's listening to us. You can see in the background, Jay Fayridun at proofmeister.com is the email, and 630-640-3075 is the phone number. You can reach me, and the company webpage is www.proofmeister.com. I wish everyone a good rest of your day, and have a nice weekend, everyone.
Thank you very much, John, for being with us today. I appreciate it. David, would you like to share your contact information? What is the best way to contact you? Website or other information you'd like to put in?
Sure. So Kevin will put up my email address there on the screen. The best way to reach me is through LinkedIn. If you do a search on my name, David Desenza, you'll find me and two other David Desenzas. One's an actor, and what does the other one do? Wait a second, I'll take a look. The other one is a support consultant at Allscripts. Anyway, I'm the only one who does business continuity planning, so that is the best way to contact me.
Thank you, David, and thanks for being with us, and thanks for sharing your insights. Truly appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, Kevin. Thank you.
Alex, how about you? What is the best way to contact you? You'll say, I'll put your contact information on the screen as well.
Yes, I send it to you through the chat. And basically, it's either through email or my cell phone number. And I don't really have a website. Again, like I mentioned, it's a low budget operation, and I mostly do through referral. And if anybody in the New York tri-state area needs any assistance with either getting ISO certified or maintain certifications, I'll be very happy to support them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Alex. Well, looks like we shared everyone's contact information. Am I right? Did I miss anyone? Yeah, I think we are good. All right. Thank you so much. So to our attendees today, so let's also update our screen right here. Okay, that's really good. All right, I appreciate it. Mikhail, John, David, Phil, Alex, thanks for joining today's the Connectional America exclusive online business networking event. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I wish you a great Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great holiday weekend.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, let's do some sharing with our audience as well before we end our session. Well, today we broadcasted our first the Connectional America exclusive online business networking event powered by the American Business Podcast. The goal of this networking event is to make connections with businesses. So every week we share educational, informative content during the American Business Podcast episodes. And with the Connectional America series, we like to help you make connections with other businesses other organizations. So this one was the first one, which was really exciting. I hope you liked it. So we are planning to bring you the Connectional America series on monthly basis. So we'll continue monthly. It is an exclusive online networking event. Exclusive as in we have one professional from each industry. So there's going to be, one accountant, one lawyer, one consultant, one manufacturer, and so on. So that is the goal, with limited numbers, so that you can hear from them in terms of what they do, who they are, what makes them different, and to get their viewpoint about popular subjects such as AI, automation, digital transformation, and other important subjects. So, well, I hope we reach our goal today, and it's going to get even better every month. I have no doubt. So, to our audience and to our listeners, thank you very much for joining today's the Connectional America exclusive business networking event. Later today, we are also planning to stream our live episodes for the American Business Podcast. So please stay with us. Continue watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, and we'll continue broadcasting today and bring you more content, more business content in an educational and informative manner. Thank you very much, and I wish you a great memorable